Greetings, everyone. What do we got left? Is there anything left? Oh yeah, there's a couple sections left. Well, let's do a small one today. Small one. Do I have any small ones? Yes, this one. 3 games today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back, everyone. Well, today, now, one of these should really be in its own section, but I only really have one game that kind of qualifies, and there's aspects of the other games that I'm about to show you that kind of relate to it, so anyway, we'll call this the stealth action / squad-based action game genre. So, first off, we have, of course, the legendary Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Love Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 2 was my introduction to the whole Metal Gear Solid universe, and I just played the hell out of it. I mean, I played it, I've lost count of how many times I've played it all the way through. It's just, I love it. I love the story, love the action. Don't mind the excessively long cinematics, because they're beautiful and they got a great story. This, of course, is the Substance edition, which is kind of like the director's cut. It includes a lot of new play modes and a lot of new bonus features that were not in the original game. And an ad for Silent Hill 3, which I need to get. Anyway, Substance is great. I mean, it's got the full Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, full color manual, very pretty. The full Sons of Liberty game. And a whole bunch of bonus features. It's got stuff that the other one just didn't have. Like, for example, you have the Snake missions, which lets you do stuff on the big shell that normally you could only play as Raiden. So you can do a bunch of big shell stuff with Snake. And you got VR missions and all kinds of goodies and little side stories and stuff like that. So it's great. I mean, if you're a fan of the second one, it's definitely worth picking up. There is an edition like this of the third one as well, called Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which I really want to pick up, because apparently one of the bonuses on Subsistence is it has the original MSX Metal Gear games, the original 2, it doesn't have Snake's Revenge, which was an NES one, but it does have the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 translated to English from the original MSX version, not the NES version. That's Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which I don't have. That's not this one. But yeah, I love this, and I thought it was just fantastic. And later went back and played the original Metal Gear Solid and the original Metal Gear Solid VR missions after the fact. So I was kind of getting the story in sideways chronology, but great stuff. I mean, a lot of people. I mentioned this when I did the video game update for Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3. The Metal Gear games are very much a love it or hate it kind of thing. I know a lot of people that love these passionately and others that hate them passionately, just as passionately. So, whatever. I'm not going to recommend it or not recommend it. For me personally, I love them. I think they're great. I think it's a great set of characters, just a wonderful, intrigue-filled story. It definitely benefits you to play them in order. At the very least, play 1 and 2 in order. And I've been told that play 3 before you play 4, even though 3 is technically a prequel, because apparently 4 refers to some events from 3. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just playing them in the order that I got them. I'll get the whole story eventually. I'll play it kind of like a Columbo mystery. Find out who the murderer is at the beginning, and then the fun is finding out how Columbo figures out who the murderer is. Anyway, okay, so now we get into sort of some squad-based combat. First off, we'll go with another PlayStation exclusive series, Socom, U.S. Navy SEALs. Now this one I kind of put with Metal Gear because it has stealth aspects to it. I mean, it's definitely got a lot of stealth-oriented aspects to it. And again, this happened with one of my other games too, in the first-person shooter section. I have the black box, but the greatest hits disc. Go figure. I don't know, the joys of buying used. So here we got a pretty meaty instruction manual. One of the cool things about Socom is it's one of the few games out there that actually lets you use the USB headset to interact with the game itself. Like, you can actually use the headset to bark orders to your squad and stuff like that. So this is great. I mean, this is primarily squad-based combat, going into various, jungle and village areas and performing mission objectives. It's just a good old-fashioned military type of action game. But the thing that's cool about it is, the graphics are really nice. It really puts you in those worlds. Lots of cool atmospheric sound effects and whatnot. And your team is very effective. Like, I've played a lot of games with, like, squads and teams or non-player characters that are supposed to help you out, and they're just idiots. But in this case, your team is actually very effective. And, non-player characters do their jobs. They do what you tell them to, and they do it well. So, pretty cool. And they got actual information about the Navy SEALs here as well. So if you're interested in that, you got a little bit of info. And there you go. So there's been a whole pile of Socom games. There's been 4 on the PS2 and there's 1 on the PS3. Currently I have this one, and I'm looking to get the rest of them. So yeah, eventually. I see them in the bargain bins all the time. I should really just grab them when I see them, because they're cheap and they're fun. They're a lot of fun, and a lot of replayability too, because the cool thing about it is, of course, you can approach all the different challenges in different ways. It's all up to you. As long as you complete the objectives, it's all cool. But there is a lot of stealth action to this, and so if you like stealth action and squad-based games, you might want to give Socom a try. Pretty much any one of them. They're all really good. Now, I picked up Socom actually after playing this one, because this one is also very squad-based and squad-oriented. Freedom Fighters. Now, in the case of Freedom Fighters, it's basically an alternate, kind of an alternate present day, I think. Yeah, where history has taken a slightly different turn. Russia has invaded the U.S., and just taken over, so you lead a small band of resistance fighters to try to take them down and reclaim the U.S. This is so much fun. This is a great game. It's got a great story to it, and one of the things that really impressed me about it actually was the music. The music is by Jesper Kyd, who's a former Amiga composer from way back in the 90s. He did a lot of music on the Amiga. And now he does video game soundtracks, and some really kick-ass ones, too. So this particular one is sort of a combination of, dramatic, dark techno type of stuff and ambient mixed with orchestral and choir. Like, he used a full choir for this. And it's just, some of the music is really epic and really timed well to the action. Like, it's basically a dynamic soundtrack, so it changes based on what's going on. And it's really, really well done. But I really enjoyed this game a lot. Again, you have very effective teammates and just some great characters in this, and a great ongoing storyline. There was talk of a sequel for a while, but I don't think it ever got out of rumor mill territory, or maybe a little bit of pre-production. But it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. It's unfortunate, because this is another. I think it's another one of those sort of overlooked gems that, for whatever reason, a lot of people just didn't play, and it's unfortunate. So, I mean, if you're a fan of games like this, but something that's not quite so realistic, but a little more fantasy aspect to it. Fantasy meaning, not reality, not necessarily sword and sorcery, because that's not what this is. Give Freedom Fighters a try. I don't think you'd be disappointed by it, because I really enjoyed this, and this is another one I actually enjoy replaying from time to time, just because I really enjoyed the story of it. And it was actually, after playing this, everybody was saying, oh, so it's kind of like Red Dawn. It's like, I don't know, I've never seen Red Dawn. So I actually went out and picked up the DVD of Red Dawn, which for some reason I had completely overlooked in, being an 80s kid. And checked it out. I was like, oh, yeah, it is kind of like Red Dawn. Red Dawn being a movie, by the way, if you don't know. It's, it's basically about, quite literally what this is about. Russians invade the U.S., small band of freedom fighters fights back. This one is a little more military oriented, whereas Red Dawn was basically just kids and adults and whatnot taking up arms against their Russian oppressors. But anyway, freedom fighters, lots of fun. So that's pretty much. Oh, there you go, from the makers of Hitman 2. So can't go wrong there. Gotta love the Hitman games. So there you go. So that's my sort of stealth action / squad-based action game section. Pretty cool. So yeah, as far as filling that section out, obviously I want to get the rest of the Socom games. I want to get Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, and the first Metal Gear Solid as well. Pick that up at some point. Actually, I see the PSN PlayStation Network has it as a download, which would kind of help you, avoid the disc swapping. I think it's like 2 or 3 discs, the original game of Metal Gear Solid. But and a lot of people ask me if I'm ever going to do any videos about some of the Tom Clancy games like Splinter Cell and Rainbow Six and all those, because they're very stealth oriented as well. But honestly, I just never got around to playing any of them. I've heard that some of them are quite good, and and that if I like stuff like Freedom Fighters and SOCOM, I'd probably enjoy those. So I'll keep an eye out for them, and if I see some of them in the bargain bins again in my travels, I'll grab them and I'll check them out and let you know what I think. Alrighty, that's it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.